Connection chat pending. Okay, good. This story is a work of fiction. There is no relation to any actual person or organization. All crimes in this world can be solved by using scientific and logical analysis. What that means is up to you.
Tokyo Psychodemic.
All right. For those watching stream, I'm back. I ended up switching out because I thought like the adventure mode was going to at least have way more voice acting than that. I don't plan on trying to read like the whole time. So since that happened, I just ended up going to this game. Oh yeah, knew it was something else I was gonna mention. So I figured out where I went wrong with this. So believe it or not, I had thought that one of the sounds I was hearing was a train, but turns out it was the factory. So I guess that was my bad on my part. It's just they had put so much emphasis in the train station that I didn't think it was a factory. But yeah, I was so salty about that about that case. Case 3 definitely had me salty for sure. And then not only that, it's like I kept trying to figure like it's actually a tough case. Like a lot of folks got stumped on this one. And then the other thing too was the fact that you tell me a factory's running at night. Like at least here, like where like around where I live at, like they don't run like stuff like the factories and stuff at night generally because they'd have people just complaining and shit. So that kind of just threw me in for a loop there too. So it's tough to say whether or not I count this as a L. Of course, like the bias part of me wants to count it as an L, but of course the detective part of me also wants to try and respect the loss that I took. Like, so I don't know if you let me know how y'all feel about that one. But yeah, I definitely was petty about this.
世界は変わった。2019年12月に瞬く間に日本全土に拡大し、
Sorry, I knew I was bound to do that.
その対応に振り回された。新型感染症の対策を検討するために専門家が招集され発足した日本政府の分科会は、裏付けのない予測による強引な感染症対策や首都封鎖をはじめとした行動制限や自粛要請を強いたことで、医療従事者の仕事を圧迫するだけでなく、日本経済へ大きな打撃を与えることとなった。致死性の極めて高い未知のウイルスによる死亡者数は増える一方で、収束する兆しは皆無だった。総理秘書官を務める一人の元医師が特効薬を開発するまでは、その元医師は新型感染症のウイルスが肺で増殖することに着目し、酸素を抗体に変える薬を開発した。それは驚くほどの効果を発揮し、新型感染症は瞬く間に収束していったが、すでにウイルスに感染していた当時の総理大臣や諸大臣の命を救うことはできなかった。新型感染症は 多くの国民の命を奪っただけでなく、経済の悪化や
So that's how the former prime minister died.
暗い影をこの国に落とすこととなった。国民は新たな英雄を求めた。それは国民を死の淵から救った元医師鎌倉誠一郎に他ならなかった。新たな内閣総理大臣が任命され、空席になっていた大臣たちの席にも新たな人物が任命された。日本は戦後の焼け野原から復活したように再びよみがえるかに見えた。しかし世界は変わってしまった。確実に、そしてひそやかに。その変化は私たちの目の前へと現れようとしていた。
Well, I was following the airline case. Reports are in. The prime minister was aboard the flight. Okay, crashed yesterday. Regarding the crash that took place. Damn, so that man might be dead? That's crazy. So Japan said Japan is no longer a safe country. Gotta protect the children. It's crazy. As soon as he says that, he ends up in a plane crash. Ain't that some shit? I think this is the longest newspaper clippings have been. And if anything, they could have voice acted this. Oh, cool. Oh damn, I knew it was something I forgot to do. I forgot to change the quality. Yeah, I can't fix it now that I'm already streaming it. Well, if it ends up being a long mission, it won't be that bad. But yeah, my fault for the change in quality. I forgot to change the stream back to its original 1980p.
あ、
She always saying I'm awake. Yuka's busy with some new jobs at the agency and gathering intel on the international terrorist groups. That means we don't have any cases, so how about we go on a walk to relax? Alright, shoot them in. Getting some fresh air once in a while is good for you. Come on, let's go. Same time. So we're back at the ramen spot. 3 p.m.
ここにお金置いとくよ。お父さん。
へい、毎度。
これから戦争が始まるんですかね。戦争が始まったら女の子と気軽にデートもできなくなるよな。新型感染症が流行っていた時の自粛警察みたいに戦争中だぞとか言ってくるおじさんが現れたりして、そういうの戦時自粛警察って言うんですかね。
気に食わねえな。
すいません、冗談ですよ、冗談。嫌だな、モトラさん、本気にして。
カムクラのことだよ。
カムクラ？カムクラってカムクラ総理大臣ですか？
爽やかで2枚目で、元医者で頭も良ければ弁も立つ。幅広い女性層に支持され、貧困法制で嫌味もないから男の高齢者層にも人気がある。
まあ完璧ですよね。天は二物どころか十物くらい与えているって感じで。
それが気に食わねえんだよ。
それってやっかみですか？
バカ野郎、そんなんじゃねえよ。
Nah, he's definitely jealous.
過ぎてるって話だ。まるでうまく作られたみたいにな。
そんな考えすぎじゃないですか？
匂うんだよ、あのカムクラって野郎からプンプンとな。
第6巻ってやつですか。
Of course it is. Anytime you get a character you describe like that, he's always like on bullshit. Like, it's like he thinks about like the people. He thinks about the children. He's nice. He's a nice person. He's charismatic.
こっちにベンチがあるわ。
And he does his best for his country. But then you end up finding out that he the most evil dictator. And then not only that, he low key doing like every crime that you thought he wouldn't do. Like every crime.
何見てるのよ。そんなにじっと見られたら恥ずかしいじゃない。ねえ、覚えてる？最初に会った日のこと。
Oh shit, flashback.
電話で話した方ですか？ようこそ岩井探偵事務所へ。 わざわざご足労いただき申し訳ありません。私は秋葉と言います。この事務所で探偵をしています。今日はよろしくお願いします。あの時、私はまだ岩井さんの助手で、あなたはただの情報提供者。それが今じゃ一緒に難事件を調査しているなんて、人の出会いって不思議なものよね。
That was like the quickest flashback ever.
思うの。もし私たちが出会っていなかったら
They
どんな
said
人生を送っているんだろうって。
they said, yo, we know y'all don't actually like them flashbacks all the time. We're not gonna Naruto you with everything. But but yeah, we just wanted you to just understand. You just walked into her office, you met her, and from there the rest was history.
もし弟が友塚が生きていたら、岩井さんと知り合うこともなく、異能教団と関わることもなかったらどうなっていただろうって。そうしたらこうやって今もなお事件を追っていることもなかったんじゃないかって思うの。ねえ、私たちは真実に近づいていると思う？私たちが調査していることが
Shit, I at least think so. All these cases and shit.
意味があると。そうよね。ごめんなさい。これだけ事件を調査し続けても、私たちは異能力者の痕跡すら見つけることができない。もしかしたら私たちが思い込んでいるだけで、異能力者などもう存在しないんじゃないかって。山野井が死んでいると知ってから、どうしていいかわからなくなる時があるの。ごめんなさい、弱音を吐いてしまって。
No, that's cool.
あなたがいてくれてよかったわ。ありがとう。
珍しいな、二人揃って中央公園にいるなんて。
木島さん。
ちょうど今から君たちの事務所に行こうと思っていたところだ。
事務所に
1時間ぐらい前に私宛てにこれが送られてきた。
USB？
そうだ。
中には何が？
聞いてみたが、先日起きた航空機爆破テロ事件のコックピットボイスレコーダーの音声と、その航空機に乗っていた乗客が残した留守番電話の音声データだと思う。
なぜそんなものが。
That's crazy. Wait, they said the airplane bombing? Wait, so you telling me that the pilot was in on it? Like that he looked at all the passengers and was just like, all right, y'all, let's ride.
その理由を知りたいから事務所に行こうとしていたんだ。音声を解析することで何かわかるかもしれない。
わかったわ。それじゃあ一緒に事務所に戻って調べてみましょう。
そうだな。
Oh wow, she's in the office with us this time. Before we look at the USB, let's go over the details on the downed airliner. Alright. Suspect information package obtained. Down airliner information package information obtained. Alright.
いいか？
Airliner crashed into the ocean around 150 kilometers south of Tokyo. Flight AMP, not to be confused with AMP 403, en route from Narita to Guam suddenly disappeared. The Coast Guard rushed to the scene and discovered the wreckage of AMP 403 strewn across the ocean. An investigation into the crash was launched that day by the Japan Transport Safety Board under the MLIT. Interviews were conducted with the colleagues and family of the deceased pilot and co-pilot. The aircraft's mechanics, manufacturers, and many other possible causes have already been investigated. Alright. A voice analyst analyzed the cockpit voice recorder that was recovered and determined that the cause of the crash was a suicide bombing by a passenger on board. Ooh. Also, an individual who had been marked as a risk by the CIA was recorded on security camera at the Narita airport. And his name appeared on the passenger manifest for flight ANP 403. What made the Japan Transport Board determine that it was a suicide bombing? The cockpit voice recorder captured the terrorist's voice near the cockpit. Recording ending shortly after what sounds like the self-detonation of the terrorist. So he went to the cockpit and did it? I see. The media also reported that it was a suicide bomber for several days after the incident. I thought the same, or rather, I used to. Until this USB stick arrives. Alright. I don't know who sent it, but we should look into what meaning it holds, right? Yeah, let's check it out using the audio analysis equipment. Alright, but I forgot to mention that the audio from the cockpit voice recorder included some talking in Russian. I can understand basic conversation, but I might not be able to understand technical terms. That's okay. This voice analysis equipment uses AI to recognize various languages and automatically translate them. It looks so basic though, that's the crazy thing. It will allow us to understand what they're saying even if it includes a mix of multiple languages. Oh, I see. Let's start by listening to the cockpit's voice recorder from the downed airliner. Alright.
本日は ANP403 便にご搭乗いただき誠にありがとうございます。当機は空港を予定通り離陸し、目的地へ向け順調に飛行しております。お手洗いなどでお席をお立ちいただくことは可能ですが、時として予期せぬ揺れが発生する場合がございますので、十分ご注意ください。また大変恐縮ですが、お席にお着きの際は引き続きシートベルトの着用を重ねてお願い申し上げます。それでは目的地まで我々が皆様を安全にご案内いたします。本日は ANP403 便にご搭乗いただき誠にありがとうございます。到着までどうぞごゆっくりおくつろぎください。
Мы не перед кем не склонимся. Ни перед Западом, ни перед теми, кто решил за ним последовать. У нас достаточно мощи, чтобы стереть их с парашют в любой момент. Мое тело бренно, но мой дух...
何でしょう？何か見えるか？
лица земли и вернем славу нашему Отечеству. И мне не жаль отдать жизнь ради исполнения этой мечты. Что, товарищи, выходи!
Damn. Damn. Sounds the same as what was released by the Japan Transport Safety Board. What's the point of sending this to us? There must be some meaning behind it. Let's listen to the other audio file. Alright. That is crazy.
また大変恐縮ですが、お席にお着きの際は、引き続きシートベルトの着用を重ねてお願い申し上げます。それでは目的地まで我々が皆様を安全にご案内いたします。本日は ANP403 便にご搭乗いただき誠にありがとうございます。到着までどうぞごゆっくりお過ごしください。
本来であればこちらから状況をお伝えするべきでしたが、ご連絡が遅くなり大変申し訳ございません。ああ、いえ、ちょっと飛行機が揺れまして、すいません。私どもとしましては、御社と共同事業をできることは大変光栄なことだと思っております。これを機に御社の海外事業のサポートをさせていただければと考えております。空港に着きましたらまた改めてご連絡させていただきます。では、失礼いたします。
God damn, my ear! You can hear from the cabin announcement in the background that it's from flight AMP 403, right? Which means the voicemail audio should be from a passenger on the flight. Can you go back around 15 seconds on the voicemail audio? Yeah, sure.
また大変お席にお着きの際はお席にお席にお着きの際は
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who was they talking to?
それでは目的地まで我々が皆様を安全にご案内いたします。取り急ぎ先日の件だけご返答させていただきます。ANP403 便にご搭乗いただき
なるほど。
You hear the in-flight announcement say that this is AMP 403. Now you can play the cockpit's voice recorder from around 42 seconds. All right.
本日は ANP403
なるほど。
It's the same in-flight announcement that was in the voicemail audio. Right. That's proof that these were from the same aircraft, just that one was from the cockpit and the other one was from the other cabin. Oh wait, one and the other was from the cabin. So we should compare the two audios based on the assumption. Let's clip these parts. Okay, cool. First, what part should we focus on for the cockpit's recorder audio?
便にご搭乗いただき誠にありがとうございます。到着までどうぞ何とかします。実は本日は ANP
Well, you said the cockpit saw it? Yeah. So.
ANP403 便にご搭乗いただき誠にありがとうございます。到着までどうぞごゆっくりおくつろぎください。
Yeah, so this one should be good right here, right? Yeah, so trim this one.
お話があった事業計画書の件ですが、現在担当者となりやすいその仕掛け一つあったミスなお話があった事業計画書の件ですが、現在担当者に戻らさせております。
See that? Yeah, okay. So now I got those.
到着までどうぞごゆっくりおくつろぎください。到着までどうぞごゆっくりおくつろぎください。到着までどうぞごゆっくり。到着までどうぞごゆっくりおくつろぎください。到着までどうぞごゆっくりおくつろぎください。到着までどうぞごゆっくりおくつろぎください。到着までどうぞごゆっくりおくつろぎください。到着。
Okay. Well, how do there we go.
到着までどうぞごゆっくりおくつろぎください。到着まで。
How do I compare them?
到着までどうぞごゆっくり。
I'm not tripping. You said to compare them, right? Let's clip parts of interest from each. Oh, okay. Oops. I ain't need to do all that. Okay. All right. All right.
お席にお電話をいただいたようで出れずに申し訳ございません。お願い申し上げます。それでは目的地まで我々が皆様を安全にご案内いたします。取り急ぎ先日の件だけご返答させていただきます。403便にご搭乗いただきお話があった事業計画書の到着までどうぞごゆっくりおくつろぎください。
操縦室から機長より皆様にご連絡申し上げます。本日は ANP403 便にご搭乗いただき誠にありがとうございます。当機は空港を予定通り離陸し、目的地へ向け順調に飛行しております。お手洗いなどでお席をお立ちいただくことは可能ですが、時として予期せぬ揺れが発生する場合もございますので、十分ご注意ください。また大変恐縮ですが、お席にお着きの際は引き続きシートベルトの着用を重ねてお願い申し上げます。それでは目的地まで我々が皆様を安全にご案内いたします。本日は ANP403 便にご搭乗いただき誠にありがとうございます。到着までどうぞごゆっくりおくつろぎください。
Okay. I see it already. Oops. Oop. Trim that for me. Trim that for me. Yeah.
連絡申し上げます。本日は ANP403 便にご搭乗いただき誠にありがとうございます。
望みありません。おだったなどおだったおだったすいません。これ大変申し訳ございません。おだったああちょっと飛行機が揺れましてすいません。私どもとしましては御社と共同事業をできることは大変光栄なことだと思っております。これを機に御社の海外事業のサポートをさせていただければと考えております。空港に着きましたらまた改めてご連絡させていただきます。では失礼いたします。ください。もしもし。また
大変恐縮ですが、お席にお着きの際は、
お電話をいただいたようで
シート時、
どうやら
引き
弱めの
続きやすお力総員力です。
Maybe I'm supposed to get the sound by itself.
Мы не перед тем не склонимся. Не перед Западом, не перед теми, кто решил за ним последовать. У нас достаточно мощи, чтобы вперед скоросок в любой момент. Мое тело бренно, но мой дух — это...
Мы сотрем вас с лица земли и вернем славу нашему Отечеству. Мы сотрем вас с лица земли. Мы сотрем вас с лица земли.
I got so many of these now. It's gonna take me a while to go through that shit. Alright. Now let's go through the analysis. Russian terrorists. How you even know the man was Russian? Sabotage aimed in preventing international sports. Damn. Hey, y'all was just letting him fly on the plane like it was nothing? Attempted bombing near the embassy. Yeah, like, bro, y'all was just letting him fly like it was nothing? Y'all funny bad. Nope. I guess I can't mess with any of this stuff yet. Let's see what we got here. You look into that, then let me know if you find anything suspicious. Alright. Tells you crew and passengers due to records. Okay. Passengers was killed. Safety board. Government of the country did not actually was notified. Trying to read past all the bullshit here. So it's crashed off the southern part of Chiba. Oh, well, hold on, there's more shit. Shut the cease. Captain. At the time of major incident, weather was clear. Okay. Wait, trace amounts of gunpowder. Why? Were detected. Through flooding. Okay. All employees were instructed to strengthen baggage checks. Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised. Why? Involvement of the weather, none. Involvement of pilot, none. Involvement of equipment, none. Based on flight, it was presumed that the damage to the aircraft was caused by an explosion from the inside the aircraft. It's not giving me nothing. See, the results of the investigation of the wreckage, there was no contact marks. And it was almost completely to the left horizontal tail fin. Let's see, right horizontal tail fin, the structure broke off and separated near stabilizer. It's no impact marks, contact marks. Right wing, underside. So maybe I'm just reading this too early. Alright. John Smith, Christopher. Oh, you go to passenger list too. I was like, yo, where's the first one? Oops. Passenger list 6. Okay. Morning. Nobody out of the ordinary. Alright, let's see. This is going by letters. Looks like it's last name then first name. Yeah, it's last name then first name. Yeah, I don't see oh, here we go. Okay, now we're getting to the names. Oh, it's not it either. Passenger 5. It said the Prime Minister's supposed to be on here, so where is he at? Okay. I guess photos next. Okay. And what is this even supposed to be? What's this, the bomb? Oh no, the voice recorder. Okay. Oh, yeah, there's two of these. Right now, we should look at the USB. USB contains recordings. Let's start by analyzing those two recordings. Alright. So I'm gonna just and passenger voice.
操縦室から機長より皆様にご連絡申し上げます。本日は ANP403 便にご搭乗いただき誠にありがとうございます。当機は空港を予定通り離陸し、目的地へ向け順調に飛行しております。お手洗いなどでお席をお立ちいただくことは可能ですが、時として予期せぬ揺れが発生する場合がございますので、十分ご注意ください。また大変恐縮ですが、お席にお着きの際は引き続きシートベルトの着用を重ねてお願い申し上げます。それでは目的地まで我々が皆様を安全にご案内いたします。本日は ANP403 便にご搭乗いただき誠にありがとうございます。到着までどうぞごゆっくりおくつろぎください。
Мы не перед кем не склонимся.
Нутрит запада, нутрит тело пересуженным последовать. У нас достаточно мощи, чтобы вперед их скоросать в любой момент. Мое тело бренно, но мой дух...
なんでしょう。何か見える今くらん。そしてな。
У нас достаточно мощи, чтобы вперед их скоросать в любой момент.
到着までどうぞごゆっくり。
Мы не перед кем не склонимся. Ни перед Западом, ни перед теми, кто решил за ним последовать. У нас достаточно мощи, чтобы вперед их скоросать в любой момент. Мое тело бренно, но мой дух это. Мы сотрем вас с лица земли и вернем славу нашему Отечеству. И мне не жаль отдать жизнь ради исполнения этой мечты. Что, товарищи, я ухожу! Прощайте! Здравствуйте, товарищи, я ухожу! Прощайте!
Oops.
Мы ни перед кем не склонимся. Ни перед Западом, ни перед теми, кто решил за ним последовать. У нас достаточно мощи, чтобы вперед их скоросать в любой момент. Мое тело бренно, но мой дух это. Мы не перед... Мы сотрем вас с лица земли.
なんでしょう。何か見えるか。危ない負けな。そして何。くつろぎください。なんでしょう。何か見えるか。
Why does that sound like a missile?
What? なんでしょう。なんでしょう。なんでしょう。
何でしょう。何か見えるか？何か見えるか？何か見えるか？もしもし、また大変恐縮ですが、お席へと、ある程度病気のやつだ。ください。もしもし、また大変恐縮ですが、お席にお電話をいただいたようで、出れずに申し訳ございません。今、グアム行きの飛行機に乗っておりまして、取り急ぎ先日の件だけご返答させていただきます。お話があった事業計画書の件、ごゆっくりおくつろぎください。お席にお着きの際は、引き続きシートベルトの着用をお願い申し上げます。それでは目的地まで我々が皆様を安全にご案内いたします。本日は ANP403 便にご搭乗いただき誠にありがとうございます。到着までどうぞごゆっくりおくつろぎください。庄司の逸海と申します。 お電話をいただいたようで出れずに申し訳ございません。申し訳ございません。
それでは目的地まで。
今グアム行きの飛行機に乗っておりまして、取り急ぎ先日の件だけご返答させていただきます。お話があった事業計画書の件ですが、現在担当者にまとめさせております。本来であればこちらから状況をお伝えするべきでしたが。
Okay. I extracted everything. Yes, we start by analyzing the two recordings. I did that. Let's clip the parts of interest from each audio. What should we focus on for the cockpit? Okay. Yeah, see, I'm doing too much. Alright.
操縦室から機長より皆様にご連絡申し上げます。本日は ANP403 便にご搭乗いただき誠にありがとうございます。
Yeah, and I thought I did the beep fear.
Лица земли и вернем славу нашему Отечеству. И мне не жаль отдать жизнь ради исполнения этой мечты. Что, товарищи, я ухожу. Прощайте, прощайте.
Certainly something worth noting. What should we focus on for the other recording then? Okay. So very well.
こちらから状況をお伝えするべきでしたが、ご連絡が遅くなり大変申し訳ございません。
事案が起きんですが、まさにアゲラウェラ我々が皆様を安全にご案内いたします。本日は ANP403 便にご搭乗いただき誠にありがとうございます。到着。
Wait, hold on. I'm overthinking this. Farewell is at 2021. So the beep for that's on that. $21. So this plus 21. That's about on this end here.
これを機に御社の海外事業のサポートをさせていただければと考えております。空港に着きましたらまた改めてご連絡させさすが。
Audio files were recorded in the same airliner at the same time, but the contents of the recording are different. The voice speaking Russian is in the cockpit voice recorder audio, but not in the voicemail audio. What's going on? That means one of the audio files has been tampered with. Tampered with? Somebody has intentionally edited one of the audio files and swapped it with the original audio. And the one most likely to have been tampered with is where's the voicemail audio? Right? Well, no. Alright, I gotta think this through. So when I was listening to that shit, the beat for that one, like, so this is the continuation of it. Said voicemail says turbulence, and what's the name was playing. It's the airliner, yes, the airliner. Because voicemail audio is good. Yes, it's likely that the cockpit voice recorder audio from the airliner was altered. But the cockpit voice recorder should have been delivered to the safety board as is. It was analyzed under strict surveillance. How could a third party even tamper with it? That's assuming it was a third party. First, we need to verify if the cockpit recorder audio was tampered with. The voice speaking Russian was in the cockpit voice recorder audio, but not in the voicemail. But the Russian national who was on the ANP 403 passenger was killed when the airliner crashed. Yeah, that's how I figured it out, because I was like, wait a minute. It would be the airliner's voice that got tampered with, because as you heard the ding being played, that was being played like after, when it should have been being played before. And then when he said they had turbulence or whatever, he should, like, right there, that should have been when the audio cut out. But it didn't. And then when you match up the ding ding with the ding ding, like that's how you got that one. But yeah. How could a dead person's voice have been added to the audio data? We need to figure out how that's possible. How did they tamper with it? Yep. Huh? Wait, Junket? It's been a while since you've been on the dark pit. Sure has. We need your help. Of course, what do you need me to look at? We need to know where the data used to tamper with the file came from. You have audio data you want me to look at? Could you upload it to me? Okay. First of all, alright, check to make sure I sent him the right one. Oh no. It should be that first one. Wait, why is it doing that? Okay, here we go. Yeah, I was like, yo, no, I just need this one. This doesn't tell us what we're looking for. We need more audio clips. Oh, okay. I get it now. Let's see. Uh,
もしもし、また大変恐縮ですが、お席にお着きの際は、お電話をいただいたようで。
this one. Okay, oops. It's that second one I need. Alright, oh, I put the wrong one in? It's not relevant. Do I just need the clip then? Alright, hold on.
何でしょう。何か見えるか。
Прощайте! 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 Прощайте!
戻ったああいえちょっと
Where's the farewell?
どうぞごゆっくり。到着までどうぞごゆっくりおくつろぎ。到着までどうぞごゆっくりおくつ。
Wait, is it this one? I think it was that one I needed. God damn.
戻ったああいえちょっ
到着までどうぞごゆっくりお。到着までどうぞごゆっくり。
So, it's that first one. Oh, okay. Wait, is it the other one? Bro, this was my biggest mistake. I made like so many of these audio.
ちょっと待ってください。
Want me to look up the source of this audio there? Just one moment. Found it. It matches the audio data uploaded to a locked membership community for the Soviet Union. I also found audio from the same person talking to a friend over the social media. Both of these audio files are larger than the audio file you sent me. I'll upload them now. Perfect. Alright.
Я отношусь к Советскому Союзу с глубочайшим уважением, и это чувство понятно. История Советского Союза грандиозна. Он не раз демонстрировал сплоченность советского народа, дарил миру научные достижения и оказывал на него влияние. Но началась перестройка и разрушила Великий Советский Союз. Мне хочется, чтобы Россия снова стала великой державой на мировой арене. Я мечтаю, чтобы Россия реализовала свой потенциал, использовала богатые ресурсы, культурное наследие и свои величайшие умы для создания лучшего мира. Возможно, придется пролить реки крови, чтобы это осуществить. Но эти реки приведут нас к светлому будущему матушки России. И я готов внести свой вклад в это великое дело. Мое тело бренно, но мой дух вечен.
Oh.
Братья и сестры, присоединяйтесь ко мне. Пора вспомнить былое величие нашей страны и проложить новый путь в светлое будущее. Мы призовем народ к единению, инвестируем в образование, науку, технологии и начнем ответственно руководить страной, чтобы Россия вновь заняла заслуженное место среди величайших мировых держав. Вы чего это? Пустите меня! Что, товарищи? Я ухожу! Прощайте! Прощайте!
Seems like this was recorded during some kind of speech. It sounds like an enthusiastic patriot who was concerned about modern day Russia. Let's listen to the other file. Okay. So it was at the end of the cockpit thing.
Когда-то наша Родина славилась великими достижениями, а ее влияние на мировые события было неоспоримым. Страна была прекрасна, словно эпическая поэма, сотканная из слов силы, решимости и благоговения. Точно, история нашей Родины и меня чрезвычайно впечатляет. Да, Советский Союз перенес самые мрачные дни Второй мировой войны, отважно защищая Отечество и освобождая Европу от фашистских захватчиков. Несгибаемость, жертвенность и неукротимый дух советского народа доказали, как сильна наша страна. Не забывай и о научном прогрессе. Весь мир убедился в величии ученых Советского Союза. Исторический полет Юрия Гагарина в космос, разработка новейшего вооружения и развитие ядерных технологий. Мы были на передовой инноваций. Вот именно! Это было время фундаментальных перемен в истории всего человечества. Советский Союз оставил неизгладимый след в мировой истории, пробудил в умах многих вдохновение и трепет. Зато и выпьем. А теперь что? Эти ублюдки с Запада возомнили себя королями мира. Мне больно смотреть, как любимую родину шпыняют, словно она беспомощное избалованное дитя. Россия не бессильна! Ох, дружище, как мне знакомо.
Wait, that banging.
Мне бы тоже хотелось увидеть, как Россия встает с колен. Как она выходит из тени остального мира и поражает всех своим величием. Так давай покажем им, дружище. Пусть нас боятся. Мы ни перед кем не склонимся. Ни перед Западом, ни перед теми, кто решил за ним последовать. У нас достаточно мощи, чтобы стереть их в порошок в любой момент. Узрите, мир будет гореть в валом огне. И глупцы затрепещут перед лицом великой российской мощи. Мы сотрем вас с лица земли и вернем славу нашему Отечеству. И мне не жаль отдать жизнь ради исполнения этой мечты.
Was this recorded at a pub or something? They seem a little drunk. There's some extreme comments about the decline of Russia, but they seem like citizens who love their country. Neither of them have anything to do with the terrorism. Yeah, it's a whole recording. These files don't sound related to the bombing, But what if we assume that this audio was used? Could it be? Let's compare the voice speaking Russian that was added to the cockpit from flight. Okay. And these two files to see if there's an overlap. Okay, if there is, let's clip those parts and compare them. Say less. L1 when a target has been found. Alright, cool. Alright, we'll start with the first one then. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, so. First audio, cockpit, bow. Now, I just want the, there we go.
Советского народа.
Дарил миру научные достижения и оказывал на него влияние. Но началась перестройка и разрушила Великий Советский Союз. Мне хочется, чтобы Россия снова стала великой державой на мировой арене. Я мечтаю, чтобы Россия реализовала свой потенциал, использовала богатые ресурсы, культурное наследие и свои величайшие умы для создания лучшего мира. Возможно, придется пролить реки крови, чтобы это осуществить. Но эти реки приведут нас к светлому будущему матушки России. И я готов внести свой вклад в это великое дело. Мое тело бренно, но мой дух...
Alright, let's get that one.
Мое тело бренно, но мой дух вечен.
なるほど。
Cockpit recording audio and the community are a match. Let's listen to the pub audio as well. Alright. Oops.
Мое тело бренно, но мой дух.
I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I know. I didn't mean to do that. Alright. And I'm gonna bring the pub audio. This should be the second one. At the West, we will not follow them.
Ни перед Западом, ни перед теми, кто решил за ним последовать.
なるほど。
Voice speaking Russian in the pub audio is a match. Yeah. I think we can assume that parts of both the community and the pub recordings were used for the tampering. Now the problem is, who on earth tampered with it? Cockpit recorder that was recovered from the crash scene was passed to the Japan Transport Safety Board and analyzed in a highly secure environment. The audio was shared with the police and the media. It should have been impossible for a third party to access the data and tamper with it. But that is, oh wait, but that's assuming it was a third party who got their hands on it. There's one person who could have gotten their hands on the cockpit voice recorder without arousing suspicion and tampering with it. Foz, do you know who would that be? Who's capable of tampering with the evidence? We can progress with the investigation once we have the name of who could have performed that tampering. In my honest opinion, well, actually no. Let me not go too crazy into like suspicion. Oh yeah, and let me actually let me actually save this. This might be the first time I have to make a third file. But it's like the third party that can get a hold of that. You see, in most of these cases, yo, like I think a lot of detectives would probably start scrambling over this and stuff like that. However, me on the other hand, because I've seen so many different cases play out like on television and shit, my instant guess would be maybe the pilot himself. Because think about it. It's like, it's the recording itself. But yeah, that'd be my instant assumption, would be the pilot himself. Because he makes the recording. And then the person on the voicemail, like he's the actual passenger, plane blows up. My question is, do I even have the pilot? We can progress the investigation once we name who could have performed the tampering. Alright. Down analysis, voice analysis. Okay, see now it's so maintenance control technology. So obviously no, because they deal with maintenance. Maybe the control technology part. Aircraft operation, nope. Flight dynamic control, flight simulation, nope. I say there's a voice analysis on the Japan Transport Safety Board. The person who analyzes the recorder could have easily tampered with it. Shuzu Osato. Looks like this person was in charge of maintenance and air control. I don't think they could have. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nope. Cool. Sakuri tomorrow. Cool. Can I just Exactly. The voice analyst who worked on the cockpit voice recording audio could have easily tampered with it without anyone knowing. We might be able to figure out something if we ask this Korin Tomomura. Exactly. I'll call the Japan Transport Safety Board and ask for tomorrow's address. Hello, this is Kijima from the agency. If Japan Transport Safety Board analysts really was involved with the tampering of the audio, then why would they do it? And why make it look like a suicide bomber? I doubt they came to the decision on their own. There must be someone else behind it. What? Are you sure? Let me guess. He's dead? What's wrong? Korin Tomorrow died 3 days ago. What? He jumped from a bridge over the Arakawa River late at night, and he was found drowned. According to the witness and nearby security footage, he appeared at the scene alone, climbed over the railing, and jumped into the river. Why would he... Sorry. Why would he kill himself? Yeah, it's way too suspicious. Tomimura had no personal reason to tamper with the cockpit voice recorder. Maybe he was killed in a way that was made to look like a suicide to keep him quiet. If someone ordered him to tamper with the audio, then there should be communication records. If Tomorrow was killed, then the culprit could have covered their tracks. I mean, they would have covered their tracks. But it's impossible to cover your tracks 100%. The question is whether we can pick up on those tracks or not. Let's go to Tomomoro's house. We might find some clues that could lead us to the truth behind this case. Right. Alright, y'all give me a second. I just gotta use the bathroom. Well, not a second, like just a little bit. Oof, swear. I've been having to drink more fluids lately, so shit just goes right through me. Akebane Kita Tokyo. Outside Japan, transport. Transport Safety Board. Voice analysis. Corin Tomimura's home.
わざわざご足労いただきましてありがとうございます。
お悔やみ申し上げます。
何も死ぬことはないのにとそう思うんです。
息子さんが亡くなる前に何かお母様に話していたことはありませんでしたか？仕事のことや何か悩んでいることとか。
大きな仕事を頼まれたとは言っていましたが、それ以外は特に何も。もともと音楽が好きな口数の少ない子でしたから、今の仕事も音を文字に起こすのが楽しいということから興味を持ったようで。
確かに音声分析官は音を聞いてそれから得られる情報を文字に起こすという意味で自己調査においてなくてはならない仕事です。息子さんはご自分の仕事に誇りを持っていたと思われますか？
それは間違いなく持っていたと思います。自分の仕事が自己被害者や遺族のために役立つと考えていたと思います。親ですから見ていればわかります。
他に何か息子さんと話したことは？
いいえ。警察や神倉さんの秘書の方にも気づいたことは全てお話ししましたが、他には何も。
Hold on. You know what I'm thinking? Not everything is what it seems. And this whole psychic cult shit is just, it's like, it's always nagging at me. That's like the one thing, it's always nagging at me. So then my assumption, and then one thing I also noticed is, it's like parents usually got into it. And so far, she's like the only legit parent. She's the only legit parent in this story so far. I think everybody else had been just like full grown adults, and then it was like some mother at a park at the beginning. So then my instant assumption becomes like, okay, why are there not that many parents? And that's because a lot of those folks was getting killed. Yeah, a lot of the older folks are getting killed because of the pandemic. But she's still alive. I don't know, man. For now, let's keep it going. But I'm like, something just seems up.
神倉、総理の秘書がここに来たんですか？
はい。テロは日本の外交に関わる問題で、その事実解明に尽力してくれたと息子の弔問に。
息子さんがお母様宛てに書かれた手紙とか預けたものとか、そういうものは何かありませんか？
いいえ、何もないです。
息子さんの部屋を見せていただけますでしょうか？
はい。どうぞ。コールがいた時のまま何も触っていません。私は下にいますので、どうぞご自由に調べてください。
ありがとうございます。
当然ながら警察もこの部屋は調べたはずだ。そして改ざんを指示した人間も。改ざん前の音声データが残っていたら偽装工作が水の泡になるしな。
木島さんは留村光琳が誰かの指示で改ざんしたと考えているの？
ああ、留村は自分の仕事に誇りを持っていた。そして自分の仕事が自己被害者や遺族のために役立つと考えていた。そういう人間が自ら不正をするとは考えづらい。案外母親の勘というのは当たるものだ。
確かにそうね。
ソコンや携帯電話などすべて誰かに持っていかれているな。残されたものは本棚や机の上にある趣味のものばかりといったところか。
改ざん前のデータを持っているとしたら彼しかいないわ。何か手がかりが残されていないかしら。あなたならどこを調べる
Probably say search the desk and the bookshelf. Because of course you're gonna search the room anyway.
音声分析に関する本や音楽に関する本が多いわね。一応写真を撮っておくわ。
Alright, search the room.
本棚と机以外にはベッドにクローゼット。物が少ない部屋ね。クローゼットの中や服のポケットに隠してあるものはないわ。
ベッドの下や布団の間にも怪しいものは見つからない。
Search the documents lying around.
ハイドン、フォーレ、クラシック音楽の楽譜しかないわね。
音声データを隠すとしたらパソコンのハードディスクや USB メモリだろうが、そういった類のものは何もないな。
そうね。
私は警察が何か押収していないか調べてみる。二人は事務所に戻って撮った写真を調べてみてくれ。改めて見ると何か手がかりが写っているかもしれない。
わかったわ。いい？
Personal belongings reflect not only one's taste and preference, but also their thoughts and ideas. Alright. And hand me that other one. We should be able to figure out what kind of person Tamora was from these pictures. That's what I'm thinking, at least. Looks like a book on audio analysis. We do use audio analysis equipment, but I wonder how it works. Introduction to Information Security. Steganography? It appears to be some kind of book related to technology. I don't even know what steganography... Yeah, what is that shit? Enigma. Information warfare during World War II. Enigma. This document is from World War II. So, Life of the Father Symphony. I think Haydn was a famous symphonic composer. Yep. Let's look into this composer. Might find some hints by learning more about some more. Okay. Gabriel, I believe that's Fourier or far away. Let's look. Oh, it looks like another book on classical music. I wonder who this composer is. That's the thing, though. It's like even when it comes to editing and stuff, it has like a little bit of it's just like an orchestra. It's like you get each instrument, you get every piece together, and then once you get your musical piece done, it plays in harmony. Like, and to an extent, you can kind of. That's the funny thing. It's like I'm not a fan of classical music, but when it comes to classical music, I guess with orchestras or whatever, it's like you can apply that to like everything everything to an extent. Like your job, like you and your coworkers work in like symphony, like y'all like work in perfect sync and stuff like that. Sports. Shoot, even when you're collabing, it's like all right. Well, all right, so this one's not helping me. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, this one here is not helping me for now. Hey, now I'm getting hungry. So this is just not coming into play right now. What's that? Want to know about audio analysis. I guess we haven't spoke about it in detail before. In audio analysis, voices and sounds are what's that? Parsed, and converted into a form that makes them visible. Or that makes them visible. In other words, the Fourier transform is used to analyze waveforms by frequencies and convert them into spectrum, into spectrum. The idea is to be able to separate the different sounds and recording and examine them. Ah, I see.
いいですか?
I looked into steganography. Steganography is a technique for concealing information where one piece of information is hidden within another. What does that mean? For example, a virus can be hidden inside a safe program and attack a computer it is launched on. Important documents, data, source code can also be hidden within the source code of an ordinary cat image. It made to look as if it were just an image of a cat. Malicious attacks are one possible application, but it can also be used to protect your own data. I see. I'll send you a document that breaks it down.
どうも。
The Enigma is a cipher machine that was actually used by Germany during World War II. During the war, cracking codes was a major factor in changing the war situation. So countries focused on developing cipher machines that could create in the code ciphertext. Among these, the German cipher machine Enigma was very powerful since its ciphers were difficult to decode. In a famous anecdote, the machine created by mathematician Alan Turing, who was involved in deciphering Enigma, became the prototype for later computers. So without Enigma, we might not have the computers that we use today. Exactly. Tomimura might have been interested in cryptography in addition to voice analysis.
なるほど。
Classical music composers. I often go to the opera and classical music concert, so I can tell you about the topic if you like. I'm not surprised you have high-class taste since you're a doctor, bartender. There's no need to tease. It's because the hospital sponsors concerts for our patients and their families. That's all. Oh, see. Haydn was an 18th century Austrian composer. His full name is Franz Joseph Haydn, a great musician who established the foundational forms of classical music. He is called both the father of symphony and the father of string quartet. It's said that he composed more than 1,000 pieces in his lifetime, varying from operas to folk songs. Aside from oratorio, the creation, his major works include the 7 last words of our Savior on the cross. That got me thinking. I wonder how many songs Pharrell's produced. They gotta have like close to like 1,000. Like him and Chad, yo. Symphony number 45, Farewell. Symphony number 103, Drum Roll, and many others, Farewell. Because of his great achievements, a French music magazine published Haydn's special in 1909, a century after his death, and commissioned composers of time to write pieces based on Haydn's name. I'll send you more information on Haydn. Please read it over.
いいですか?
Gabriel Fauré was a 19th century. Oh wait. Yep, I muted the mic this time just in case. I thought about that shit. I'm like, wait a minute. Gabriel was a 19th century French composer. He was one of the leading composers of 19th century France and influenced many musicians that came after him. He was educated as a gifted musician from childhood, and after graduation, he worked as an organist at a church. He continued to compose and publish a number of masterpieces, and in later years, Gabriel taught at the Paris Conservatory and trained many musicians. Florent Smith and Maurice Ravel, who pioneered music of the 20th century, were well known as his students. It's said that he bridged the gap between 19th century classical music and modern 20th century music. Aside from Pavani, his major works included Requiem and I don't know that one. So Tomimura might have been interested in musical history or music education. I'll send you more information on Gabriel. Please read it over. Huh? Junket? Did you find something? I talked to people from Arakawa's precinct who are investigating his death. It turns out the police also checked his room after the incident, but there was nothing suspicious. The police are sure his death was a suicide. But there's one aspect that doesn't add up. His room didn't contain any computers, cell phones, USBs, or anything else that could store data. I checked and police had no records of any such items being seized. The police believe that Tomomura himself feared the truth of the incident coming to light and destroyed all his computers and phones that had HDD storage. That can't be right. Exactly. Whoever gave Tomimura the order must have made off with them. Right. If those contain the original voice recorder audio, they must have already erased it. We lost an important source of information. There's still hope. If Tomimura was the person we think he is, then he might have hidden the audio data somewhere. Hidden it? Where? Somewhere neither the true culprit nor the police can find it. A place someone who can solve the puzzle Tomimura left behind could reach. Do you know where that is? I think we can figure it out soon. We'll contact you once we find something. Got it. I'm counting on you. Tomimura had to have hidden the audio data. There must be a hint about where he hid it somewhere. Let's check the pictures of his room and the information we received from our colleague carefully. Bro, all this reading. Wow, he looked pretty long. Cool. Alright. Oh yeah, here we go. This is one of the things I need to read. First, the technique of hiding information. Okay. This technology can be used to increase security, for example, by embedding data into another piece of data. It is possible to hide data from an attacker when a computer or server is hacked or when data fails. Can be used maliciously. He was saying this before. We'll look into that. Okay. They just said they didn't. Why child love music? Okay. Oh wait, here we go. Ministry of Defense phone call. Why didn't this pop up before? What could that mean? Oh, wait, I can go outside now?
よう、二人とも疲れた顔をしているな。どうした？調査に行き詰まっているのか？ボイスレコーダーの改ざんというやってはならない行為に対する良心の呵責で自ら命を絶ったのか、それとも誰かに命令されて改ざんした後、自殺に見せかけるよう殺されたのか。
留村さんは殺害された可能性もあるということですか？
不自然だと思わないか？ボイスレコーダーが秘密裏に改ざんされ、それを扱った音声分析官が死亡。まるで口封じじゃないか？
一体誰が？
もちろん本物のボイスレコーダーを聞かれたら困る人間だ。ボイスレコーダーの改ざんを音声分析官個人が行う理由がない。誰かに命令されてやったと考えるのが妥当だろう。
それじゃあ主犯の人物が本物のボイスレコーダーを持ち去ったってことですか？
いや、俺はそうは思ってない。死んだ音声分析官の留村光琳が賢く良心を持つ人間であれば、どこかに改ざん前のボイスレコーダーのデータを隠しているはずだ。問題はどこに隠しているかだが。
実家の部屋を探しましたけど、それらしいものは見つけられませんでした。
部屋や PC に隠してしまえば、自分の死後すぐに誰かに発見されてしまう。隠すとしたら簡単には発見できない場所に、誰も想像できない場所に隠すだろう。
誰も想像できないって。
隠し場所へたどり着く鍵は、留村がどんな人物だったかにある。どんな本を読み、どんな音楽を聴き、どんな人物を崇拝していたのか。実質というのはその人間の思考や性格を表す。彼の部屋にヒントが必ずあるはずだ。
わかりました。もう一度調べてみます。
最近受刑者仲間とポーカーをやっているんだが、昔依頼がない時に秋葉と事務所で暇つぶしにやっていたのを思い出したよ。
覚えていたんですか？
覚えているさ。俺が717戦715勝だったか
？714勝です。私が3回勝ってます。
お前はすぐに顔に出るからな。勝つコツは相手に手の内を悟られないことだ。ポーカーフェイスって言うだろう。
すいませんね、すぐに顔に出て。
まあだがロイヤルストレートフラッシュで俺に勝った時は驚いたぞ。ポーカーであれに勝てる役はない。まさに最強の役というわけだ。
単に運が良かっただけです。
ポーカーは運だけのゲームじゃない。知恵を絞って戦略を練り、相手を出し抜き、ここぞという時にあの役を作れる人間は強い。
おい、そろそろ時間だ。
わかったよ。
岩井さん、それじゃあまた。ありがとうございました。
Hold your head up, G. Hold your head up. Let's go to the hospital next. The Monkey Yo-Yo Tokyo Toto General Hospital.
次の方どうぞ。今日はどうしました？私は精神科医ではないので夢のことは詳しくないですが、悪夢を見る原因として考えられるのはストレスです。仕事や日常生活における不安や悩みという精神的圧迫以外に、身体的な健康状態の悪化や疲労によっても心身のバランスが崩れ悪夢を見るとされています。特にストレス障害 PTSD の場合は悪夢を見る傾向が顕著で、時間経過で症状が消えたりすることはなく、逆に悪化していくケースも見受けられます。悪夢を見るのはあなただけではないでしょう。違いますか？
昔ほどではないですが、弟が助けを呼んでいる夢を見ます。
私も同じです。今でも父の夢を見ます。かつて異能教団の事件に関わった者たちは皆何らかの心の傷を負いました。教団によって秋葉さんは弟を殺され、柏原さんは誘拐拉致され、木島さんは仲間を失いました。嬉野さんは殺された死者の声を聞き、岩井さんは冤罪で収監され、私は教団に協力した父の罪を背負いました。そしてあなたは山の井の実験台となり、長い間記憶を失っていた。
その過去が
Oh shit.
私たちに悪夢を見せているということですか？
そういうことです。私たちが悪
I was a part of that cult.
法はただ一つです。異能教団が作り出した異能力者がどこに隠れていて、一体何をしようとしているのか、すべての真実を明らかにすることです。
心配してくれてありがとうございます。でもあと少しな気がするんです。
Damn, that sucks.
少しで異能力者にたどり着きそうな。
I could possibly be a plant.
ではもう何も言いません。私も今までと変わらず力をお貸しします。必ず真実にたどり着きましょう。
はい、ありがとうございます。
では今日はこれで。次の患者が待っていますから。
いらっしゃい。
このラーメン屋さんいつも混んでるわね。あそこの空いている席に座りましょう。この間は豚骨を食べたから今日は違うの食べてみようかしら。あなたはどれにする？
Yeah, I got miso last time. I'm getting. I think what's the name right.
確かに豚骨ラーメンは一度食べたらリピートしたくなる味よね。それじゃあ私は。
You don't have to eat that shit.
どうだ、ここの豚骨うまかっただろう。よう、また会ったな。
あの時の刑事さん。
記者の姉ちゃんたちもこの辺りで仕事してんのかい？最近は胸くそ悪い事件ばかりでお互い忙しいよな。いつからこの国はこんな風になっちまったのか。 世界でも有数の安全な国が今じゃテロが頻発する危険国家だ。一体この先。
モトラさん。記者と話してるところを新宿署の人間に見られたらまずいですよ。以前記者から得た情報で勝手に強制捜査したのが署長にバレて謹慎食らったじゃないですか。あの後記者と親密になるなって注意されましたよね。
バカ野郎、謹慎ぐらいでビビるんじゃねえよ。事件解決するのに手段なんて考えてられるか。
でもまた署長に。
署長うるせえんだよ。お前は休館長か。
もういいから早く署に戻りましょう。
親父、ここに代金を置いとくぞ。
はい、毎度。失礼しました。ではごゆっくり。
面白い刑事さんたちね。
Oh, I took a picture of this before, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. So. Maybe now that I did this before, I can see something new. So steganography isn't just for image data, it can be used with audio too. So audio data can be hidden in another piece of audio. Can audio steganography technology be used to hide audio data within audio data? I mean, within an audio file. That audio data is made by, it's made of a source code too. So source code of one audio file could be hidden in the source code of another one. If you send me the audio data, I can check if there's any source code hidden in it. I took a look and I found some. There's some hidden source code. Then, yeah, There's some other audio data hidden in there, but the source code has been encrypted. We need a password to unlock it. Password. We can unlock it once we know the password. The password is alphabetical characters. Try looking for it. There we go. That's crazy, making me have to. Let me write it down. There we go. B double A. Hold on, I gotta zoom in. Alright. Well, I put it in wrong. A. Jesus Christ. I could have sworn I put that in right. A B double A B A B. Well, I'm gonna space it out. So 2 A's. So I guess that's not the one. Oops. Maybe it gotta be lowercase. Oh, I keep taking a picture of it by accident. Ministry of Defense phone call. Alpha means a letter, right? The password is in alphabetical characters. AMP 403. Wait, no. No, it's in alphabetical characters. Where's it 409? Oh, it's 403. Nope. CVR. Oh yeah, I forgot about his third disc. Yeah, but none reveals anything. That's just like there just to be there. Audio analysis. Spectrum irregular oscillations. Wait a minute. Very well. Well, I spelled it right? Because it's not like that, right? Okay, so it's not that. Ministry of Defense. Ministry of Defense. And these don't space out, right? Nope, too short. Called the pussy. That's what I thought too. Ministry of Defense phone call.
もしもし、また大変恐縮ですが、お席にお着きの際は、お電話をいただいたようで、シートベルトの着用を重ねてお願い申し上げます。それでは、目的地まで、我々が皆様を安全にご案内いたします。本日は ANP403 便にご搭乗いただき誠にありがとうございます。到着までどうぞごゆっくりお過ごしください。
本来であれば、こちらから状況をお伝えするべきでしたが、ご連絡が遅くなり大変申し訳ございません。いらぬことはお各所目ください。もしもし、
また大変恐縮ですが、お席にお着きの際は、
お電話をいただいたようで、
シートベルトの着用を重ねてお願い申し上げます。それでは目的地まで、我々が皆様を安全にご案内いたします。
取り急ぎ先日の件だけご返答させていただきます。お話があった事業計画書の件ですが、現在担当者にまとめさせております。本来であれば、こちらから状況をお伝えするべきでしたが、ご連絡が遅くなり大変申し訳ございません。あだった。ああ、いえ、ちょっと飛行機が揺れまして、すいません。私どもとしましては、御社と共同事業をできることは大変光栄なことだと思っております。これを機に御社の海外事業のサポートをさせていただければと考えております。空港に着きましたらまた
本日は ANP403 アウスリのサムシャディアンマオアンゲラウエラヘナムシゲスコンアウエザルお土産のウエスネラドイミキゲソ上品ヤサルキューシドムブイヤブエルイチョチココナカドイヒゲソウエドラニアラライナ
Oh, I thought I took a picture of this. Yeah, see, I bugged out. I thought I took a picture of that. Aside from Bolero, his major works include Spanish Rhapsody and Pavane por un Fonte de Fonte. I don't know what that means. As a young man, he studied music at Paris Conservatoire under Gabriel and Emily Pessat. Composed a number of unique and progressive pieces. Hayden is a piece that Ravel was commissioned to write in Hayden's honor. He uses a code where names of the notes spell out Hayden if read out according to a certain rule. It was an interesting and imaginative idea. I'll send you some more information on it. Please read it over. So he was a word second prize, but never won a prize again. In his last attempt, he was eliminated in the first round. Ravel had already won acclaim for several of his works, and his failure to qualify convinced those in the music world and the public that was unfairly evaluated by those with special interests. It later came to light that only the students of one of the judges had been selected for final round. This led to a major incident in which the then director... Oh, wow. Here we go. This is what I needed. So, A twice. So, for example, IO can be how did you get that? Or maybe I'm reading this wrong. So if I was to... Yeah, guess the man here. V... H... V... Just gotta make a word though. Maybe I gotta read the whole thing. The trick was that he used the name Hayden as a cipher by translating the name of Hayden into names and notes, then comprising the piece using that sequence of notes. The method used to translate the name was to indicate a specific word by means of tone that assigned the letter of the alphabet in a tone scale. So 1B equals H. Yeah. I think I'm getting it now. Okay, so 1B equals H. 1A equals A. You got 2Ds that equals Y. And a G that equals N. That's not making sense. Wait, that doesn't make sense. He's off like a letter. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where are you getting this? Where are you getting this from? So D just means Y, right? Am I overthinking this? So I'm just gonna okay, so with Hayden, right? B is H. Yeah, B is H. Should be A. Yeah, like are they doing this like in something's up here? The trick was use the name Hayden as a cipher by transliterating the name of Hayden into the names of the notes. But here's where it's killing me here. Because it should technically be 6. It should be 6 letters. The reason why I say that is because, so B equals H, right? A equals A. And then D. Oh wait, hold on. I'm misspelling it. Yeah, I'm misspelling it. Hold on. Yeah, DDY. Am I missing like a pattern here? So then what? It's not making sense to me. Hold on. First things first, I'm oh, whoops. H stands for the note B. Oh wait, I need to do it in reverse. Oh. Oh, okay. That's where I was fucking it up at. I looked it up because I was like, yo, how does Hayden equal BADDG? It's because I'm not doing it in reverse. Because I'm treating his his algorithm, whatever that AA shit is, as just that. So A equals A. A Hoyle can be converted into CVR. So CVR can be SCAD. Nah, that gotta be like the result of it. Hmm. Let me make sure I'm taking a picture of all this stuff, man. Okay, which matches Hayden. Shit got me stumped. Because what makes you instantly know that it's O instead of V? I get it when you're breaking it down that way. It's driving me nuts. I feel like I'm missing something. I'm just gonna look it up. It's crazy, even the even the what's the name though. I ended up finding something else by accident, but that wasn't what I wanted. keeps doing this. Ah, oh wow. I had to ask her. This is why I got stuck. I had to ask her. Alright. Well, I gotta stop here anyway. Gotta call it a night. But yeah, yo, that shit blew my high, man. Alright. And it's better off anyway, because I discovered something by accident. So hopefully by the time I come back tomorrow, I wanna say, like, I'll forget it. So this is actually the better time to stop it. So like I always, like, thank y'all for rocking with me, Foster Gamer, Foster Gamma. With that, I'll catch y'all later on, and peace out, man. Peace out.